Good morning, Zio here, and today I figured we'd end the week off with, is this the last video of the week? I don't remember. Anyway, apparently reality is now offensive when it comes to gaming. Wait, isn't that how it always is? Reality is always offensive. You make something kind of historically accurate to the best you can, that's offensive. If you then, of course, deviate from what you normally are, your fans are used to, of course, that's offensive to the fans. And, just reality just sucks. That is the best thing I got to say. Unfortunately, things don't reflect reality like a lot of games journalists and stuff would like them to do. So let's just get into it, shall we? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should go ahead and do so now. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, sit back, relax, as we go over some statistics of females in gaming, because that's what we're going to do. Reality is not something that game journalists like, and as you can see on the screen, E3 has spawned backlash after tweeting insulting list of games women play. Oh my gosh, women play games. And if you're not playing the correct type of game, it's offensive. The problem is women, overwhelmingly majority, don't play the games they want them to play. Not gonna lie, just making a protagonist female doesn't necessarily bring in females to play your game. Hate to say it, but that's how it is. See, true gamers don't really care a whole lot about some things, like what you're playing as. And Aliens, gosh, what is that game? Destroy All Humans. There we go. You're playing as an alien, right? And that game is a lot of fun. In the Halo series, you play as Master Chief for the most part, right? In Pokemon nowadays, you are playing as, the unnamed protagonist who's either male or female. In Skyrim and Elder Scrolls, you can just pick anything. You can be an orc, an elf, all sorts of different variants of humans and humanoids, Khajiit, Argonian, male or female. It's your choice. And some of the earlier Assassin's Creeds, you were a dude, and some of the later Assassin's Creeds, you can be a dude or a girl, or you play as, a dude and as a girl, and all this other stuff. And, if you're playing Tomb Raider, you're a female. If you're playing Mass Effect, you can pick between the two. But, gamers don't generally play for the person who's, being in control, right? There's other reasons why gamers play games for the most part. It's mechanics, what the game actually does for them, the storyline, the type of game it is, among other things. Like, I love RPGs. I start rattling off RPGs that I enjoy, you're going to notice a theme. A lot of them are Squaresoft titles. I enjoyed Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy Tactics, Chrono Trigger. There are a lot of different games there, and there's different player characters in that game with one main protagonist for the most part. But why do I play those? It's for the story. Especially say Chrono Trigger, with multiple different endings, new game plus, and being able to do different things and beat the game in certain ways and stuff. It gave a lot of replayability for that game. People don't just play because you slapped a female in the lead role, and there you go. You've got Tomb Raider, which gives you that action platformer type 3D world where you get to explore these ruins, uncover a mystery, and all this other stuff, the same way that they play Uncharted for the same reason. Regardless of whether it's Nathan Drake or Lara Croft at the helm, really doesn't matter for the most part. I think I keep going on and on about this, but let's get on task, right? EA gets backlash for the stupid tweet, apparently. And everybody's talking about it because they were talking about the tweet, and now they're talking about the apology and all this other stuff, and we're going to get into statistics. But apparently this was tweeted out. An article wrote by a woman on parade.com, which is a website, by the way. If you're curious to know what website, it's this website. So if you actually follow a link to this article that isn't this archive link, you automatically get redirected to this link to the homepage now, because that article just does not exist at this point. They took it out. Either it's been given a completely different name and a different title, or a different URL or something, because I could not find it. But this is the original capture article, which was not an easy thing to find, by the way. It took me a good 5 minutes of Googling. Yeah, which is a lot more than some journalists out there can do. But E3 tweeted this out. Great list of games women gamers are playing. Any of your favorites make the cut? And I'm going to hiccup again, because that is life. I apparently always have to hiccup. Oh gosh. The coffee. I need more. Anyway. Which actually isn't that bad of an article. It's an article of 25 games that women play. And it's decently fair, not gonna lie. Now, I can hear the NPC crowd out there ring. And, but it's true. Anyway, they did correct it, or not correct it, they apologized. We messed up. We are taking down the post and apologizing for perpetuating a harmful stereotype. We will do better, because reality is now a harmful stereotype. Okay, so what was the harmful stereotype that was actually done? Because there's statistics, by the way, if you're still with me. Statistics, subscribe, by the way. Help me out. Let's hit 200 at least. Come on. Anyway, so you got this, which is, talking about video games, females, who's all playing. 41% are female, 77% of women ages 35 to 40 or 54 say playing games help them relax, and 78% are using their downtime to hop into alternate worlds on their smartphones and devices, playing online games, blah, 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 right? Just sort of the thing. Well, the number one pick is Sudoku. I'm not surprised. Any other woman out there who is not a hardcore gamer or games for fun probably isn't surprised either, to be totally honest. Because let's face it, women play a lot of match 3 and these kinds of games, whether it's Sudoku, Bejeweled. They like to play a lot of simulators like Farmville, The Sims, SimCities, things like that. And we'll get to that statistic in case you think I'm blowing smoke. But yeah, you've got Sonia Hart Wilds. No idea what that is. This is a Britannia lineage, product manager with Facebook gaming product team, in a glorious game featuring tarot cards and an astrological Moffat with a sweet storyline that makes you feel like in control of a pop music video. So it is a rhythm game, which also is not surprising either. I know a lot of ladies, and they do enjoy things like match 3s, rhythm games, and things like that, whether it's Band or Guitar Hero or DDR or Beat Saber or Bejeweled or any of those others. Candy Crush is also one. I mean, heck, I can just look at Ko and see what she plays, which is all of this, with the exception of WoW. WoW is the only other thing she plays, and she tried Fallout, and it scared the crud out of her. Anyway, that's another story for another time. I need to try that again. We gotta get her to play Fallout. Mission: get Koniko to play Fallout and enjoy it, or Elder Scrolls. Anyway, we did get her into WoW. That's a win in my book. But you got Candy Crush, Harry Potter, Wizards Unite. If I remember correctly, that is the App Store, right? App Store. Yep. Okay, that is the Pokemon Go variant of Harry Potter. Guess what? A lot of the ladies I know, they play this too. And Pokemon Go. Animal Crossing New Horizons, definitely a favorite of the ladies. And a lot of guys, too. Overwatch, I can definitely see that, too. There's a lot of female, well, maybe not. There's more. I think there's more female gamers on Overwatch than there are in, say, Call of Duty or Halo, if I remember correctly. But I could be wrong. I've just seen more ladies playing Overwatch than I have the other two. Solitaire. Again, it's another phone game. Anything that can essentially be on your phone here, this is what they're playing, you know? They're playing things on this. Believe it or not. The Sims 4, definitely a lot of female players. What is it? Gary Still Plays or something? Also, by the way, you should look that YouTube channel up. Does a lot of hilarious Sim 4 videos. He's a dude, by the way. But anytime I've looked up a guide on Sim 4, it's usually a lady behind the wheel telling me how to do things because I need to learn how to do something because I do enjoy The Sims. Don't tell anybody. Anyway, Stardew Valley, another farming game, and a very good one to be precise. Spelunker, all right, that's fine. That's totally okay. That's an action platformer-esque game. BitChute Classic, yeah, we mentioned that too before I even looked at the article. All right, level with you. I haven't actually looked at any of these games listed, by the way. This is the first time looking at it since I sat down, recorded it, brought it up, and was like, we're talking about this because I remember these statistics, and I had to go look up all the current statistics that were available at this moment, and they still hold true. Anyway, Bang Dream Girls Band Party, which is a Japanese, became popular in the US recently. Combines animated characters with real performance. It is a music game where you tap on your phone. Another phone game. Casino World, because slots, why not? Blackjack, that sort of thing. Star Chef cooking games. It's a Cooking Mama-esque thing available on the iOS or Google Play stores. Tiny Wings. This game is a bona fide classic in the mobile gaming world. And okay, so that's another mobile game that I've never heard of before. Let's see, Heyday. That's also a mobile game. It's kind of like, what was it, Farmville from Facebook or something? I know this one too because I used to play it with Co. Anyway, let's see, Kim Kardashian Hollywood Adventures. Definitely not something I would ever touch, but I can see how maybe younger females would be interested in that one. Harvest Moon Seeds of Memories, and I love me a good Harvest Moon game, why I like Stardew so much. But yeah, women do play a lot of that. Farming simulators, anything in the simulator, match 3 and mobile market, women play a ton of these. House Flipper, I have no idea, but that's a Steam title. Apparently kind of like the TV show. Just Dance 2020. Just Dance, DDR, same thing in my book. Well, not really, but I prefer DDR. Anyway, Disney Code Illusion. Not sure what that is. Who said coding is just for males? Disney definitely doesn't. The online game teaches players computer code lessons by incorporating famous Disney. Wow, that's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, that's actually pretty useful and neat. A lot of you gaming journalists should go check that out. Just saying. In fact, I might check that out just out of curiosity. See what it's like. See how well it teaches. That actually sounds kind of cool. Anyway, to help you learn to code, why not? The Game of Life. Yeah, okay, all right. Dawnful 2. The Game of Life, by the way, if you don't know what that is, it is a board game back in the day, and it's got digital versions now. So, Drawful 2 is by Jukebox Game, challenges players to draw ridiculous prompts on their smartphone. Okay, another smartphone game. Love Letter, you were the suitor and competing the Bachelor style to... Okay, so that's going to be one of those graphic novel type dating sims, I guess. Who said dating sims were just for men? Nah, there's actually some that specifically target females. Anyway, and Tetris. Yeah, it's not bad at all. So this list I think, accurately reflects reality pretty well. And I know, the game journalists will read about that and say, no, it doesn't. This is some kind of harmful stereotype, but it's not. It's flipping reality. So let's take some look at statistics real quick. We've got statistics of male and female gamers. And right now we're looking at a 41 to 59 split. So let's take a look back here, because this thing actually referenced some stuff, by the way. So 41 are female. Whoops. 41 are female. I have a feeling somebody went and took a look at the US video game demographics statistics, because this is not a worldwide thing. This is purely the US demographics of what they seem to have come up with in gender. So, last year it was a 46, so it's actually come down, strangely enough. And, back in 2006, it was lower than that. So you see it came up, seems to have topped at a 48, and has come down steadily ever since. And there's nothing wrong with that. Really, it just depends on how they define gamer. And that's where this thing, really, the crux of this whole issue right here. They define gamer, right? Depending on how they're trying to boost the numbers. When they come in it like this and say that women make up almost 50% of gaming, especially back in 2014 when that was the thing, when they were like, women make up 50% of gaming, they include anything and everything as a game, from playing something on your smartphone like Candy Crush. Anyone, including your grandmother, who is playing Candy Crush is considered a gamer. In reality, when you talk to a gamer, the term gaming does not generally include mobile titles like that. Sure, there are some games that you can get on the mobile, like Final Fantasy or something like that you can pay a premium for and get the an actual mobile version of Final Fantasy 3 or something, and play those on your phone. You can also do a lot of emulation and other stuff, which is primarily what I use my phone for, is emulation of older titles, NES, SNES, Sega Genesis, that sort of thing, Atari, and stuff like that. And that's generally what I use my phone gaming-wise for. As for actual games on my phone, let's see what I got. Normally I would have Pokemon Go, but I haven't re-downloaded it yet since I got this new phone. I have 3 games on my phone currently. I haven't touched any of them because I thought they might be kind of interesting. One is a tower defense game, one is something called MOF2, and one is Epic 7. Just because I keep seeing ads for it and thought I'd go ahead and check out that microtransaction-laden mess. And I have yet to do it. And I downloaded it probably 2 weeks ago because I don't do a lot of gaming on my phone. But yeah, generally when you talk to an actual gamer, what is gaming, you're talking about people who are playing Call of Duty, playing Halo, playing Final Fantasy, playing The Sims, Sim Cities, DDR, Beat Saber, Half-Life, something like that. That's generally what you would refer to as an actual gamer. Tabletop games, stuff like that, like Warhammer, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, D&D, and other things. Those are what you would generally define who is a gamer versus who isn't a gamer. So, would I call Koniko a gamer? Not really. Sorry, honey. I love you. Anyway, would I call her a gamer? No. She plays WoW, and she is getting more into it, and she's starting to, I think, maybe cross that threshold of where I would call her, at least an MMO player, a WoW player, right? Because she's been playing it a lot more and more lately, which is cool. I like that. It gives us something to do together, and it's not just her playing, what is it that she's playing right now? I don't know, it's some kind of match 3 game. And me playing WoW and her not playing. Now we're playing it together. But my mother, for example, she'll play Bejeweled and Candy Crush and maybe Farmville. I know my friend's mom plays a lot of Farmville, or played a lot of Farmville at one point in time. Anyway, I wouldn't call them gamers, right? they're not. But depending on how you're wanting to buff the numbers of this statistic, you would call them all gamers if you want to boost that number up. So we've been relling on and on now. It's been 20 minutes almost into this thing. We got to get a move on. This is a breakdown from 2017. This is the, I guess the most recent breakdown. Yes, it's a few years old, but it probably still holds a lot of water since the last time it happened. We got a breakdown, but this is a breakdown of essentially females in gaming. Gamer range from 2 to 70% what they're playing, essentially. You've got a good 69% on both of the match 3, family, farm, and sim types. And if you notice our things over here, you've got some Sudokus and some Candy Crushes and other mobile titles here, and Animal Crosser. Anyway, and then you have the casual puzzle games. So, you know, I probably would put I would probably put Candy Crush or something to that effect at the top of that list, to be totally honest. I mean, it wasn't, if that list was, I guess, an accurate representation of what women are playing most to least or something, Candy Crush would be on top. I assume they didn't do that. They just took names, you know, pulled one out and said, okay, I'll write about this one real quick and give it a number. But yeah, you would probably put Candy Crush first, followed by Stardew Valley or Farmville or in Harvest Moon, and then you would follow it with Sudoku and other puzzle games, such as that. Atmosphere exploration, interactive drama, we read some of those on those lists. Then you have the MMO high fantasy, which I guess technically that's where WoW would fit, right? World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy XIV. Definitely a lot of women who play both those games. You got Japanese RPGs, which is where you would put like all your Final Fantasies into Chrono Trigger's, Blue Dragon, is that a thing? Anyway, Dragon Quest, and other RPGs that I can't think of their names right now. You've got the Western RPGs, which well, I guess the Elder Scrolls is a Western RPG, right? Anyway, something like that. Survival roguelikes. You know, there was, I think, something similar to that on the list, if I remember correctly. Platformers, there were some platformers. City Builder, that's where your Sim City, City Skylines, and stuff like that would come into. Action RPGs, that would be more of your Lara Croft. That is not an RPG, is it? That's an action platformer. Anyway, I'm really bad today. Sandbox would be, I guess, anything that you can just go do anything, right? You got a sandbox game like Grand Theft Auto, Saints Row, that sort of stuff. Action adventure, that's where your Nathan Drakes and your Lara Crofts would probably fit in, right? MMO science fiction. What's an MMO science fiction? I'm just kidding. That's like EVE Online or something like that, right? Thought I didn't know one, did you? Anyway, you'd be wrong. Open world. Well, okay, I guess when I was naming off Sandbox, I guess this could be considered open world too. I'm not sure what Sandbox and open world specifically would be considered. You know what? This thing would actually tell me if I scroll down. Anyway, time-based strategies. MOBAs. So, you know, your League of Legends and such. Grand strategy, I'm not really sure what differentiates this from other strategies. First-person shooters. Yeah, I see more females playing Overwatch and such, but at the same time, that's still a small percentage. I mean, heck, that's why they did the whole female thing with the last Call of Duty or something, right? Battlefield, I can't remember which one it was, and the bionic arm and all that good jazz was to bring more females in the gaming. And, you know, I'm going to go on a limb and say it didn't actually do it, even though this information is before that. Probably hadn't done much to it. Racing, tactical shooters, and sports. I still don't understand why people play sports games. Anyway, World of Warcraft is an online MMO, high fantasy, science fiction, Star Wars: The Old Republic. Alright, yeah, is it not gonna list? It's not gonna list. Oh, darn it. Binary genders, gender finding. Anyway, okay, I was kind of hoping it might tell me the difference between open world and sandbox. Somebody else can down in the comments below, because I'm sure you know this has gone on long enough, so let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I guess reality's offensive. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.